Right now, as you watch this video, someone is stealing your money. You can't see them. You can't stop them. And they're completely legal. They don't need your PIN. They don't need your password. They just need time and they have plenty of it. It's called inflation. And most people have no idea how devastating it actually is. By the end of this video, you will. Let's start simple. Inflation is the gradual increase in the price of everything. Food, rent, fuel, healthcare, everything costs more every year. The official rate is around 3% annually. Sounds harmless, right? Here's what 3% actually means. $100 today will only buy you $74 worth of goods in 10 years. In 20 years, that same $100 buys only $55 worth of goods. In 30 years, $41. Your money didn't get stolen in one night. It got eaten alive, slowly, over decades. That's the scam. It's so slow you never notice until it's too late. But here's where it gets truly dangerous. Most people think saving money in a bank protects them from inflation. It doesn't. It makes it worse. The average savings account pays 0.5% interest annually. Inflation runs at 3% annually. That means your money is losing 2.5% of its purchasing power every single year. You have $10,000 in savings. You feel safe, responsible. But in 10 years, that $10,000 only buys what $7,400 buys today. You didn't lose money on paper, but you lost $2,600 in real purchasing power. The bank smiled. Inflation won. You lost. So who actually benefits from inflation? Not you, not me, not anyone working a regular job. Inflation benefits people who own assets. Real estate goes up with inflation. Stock prices rise with inflation. Commodities, businesses, hard assets, they all keep pace with or beat inflation. Meanwhile, cash loses. Savings accounts lose. Fixed salaries lose. Here's the brutal truth. Inflation is a hidden tax on people who keep their wealth in cash, and a hidden reward for people who keep their wealth in assets. The wealthy understood this decades ago. That's why they own assets, not cash. Now here's what they don't tell you about that 3% official number. The official inflation rate is calculated using a basket of goods chosen by the government. But that basket doesn't fully reflect what real people actually spend money on. Housing costs have risen 6 to 8% annually over the last decade. Healthcare costs rise 5 to 7% per year. Education costs rise 6 to 8% per year. The things that matter most cost far more than 3% more every year. So while the official number looks manageable, the real inflation hitting your actual life is significantly higher. Your salary raise of 3% isn't keeping up, it's falling behind. So how do you actually beat inflation? 3 ways. First, never let cash sit idle. Every dollar sitting in a low interest account is losing value daily. Move idle cash into assets that grow faster than inflation. Second, index funds. Historically, the stock market returns 10% annually on average. Inflation runs at 3%. That's a 7% real return above inflation every single year. $500 a month in an index fund for 30 years beats inflation and builds $1 million. Third, real assets, property, commodities, businesses. Things with intrinsic value that rise naturally with the cost of living. The goal isn't to earn more money. The goal is to make sure your money grows faster than inflation steals it. One more thing nobody talks about. Your salary is also a victim of inflation. If you get a 3% raise every year, and inflation runs at 3%, you didn't get a raise. You got a salary that stayed exactly the same in real terms. In fact, if your real expenses rise faster than 3%, your 3% raise is actually a pay cut in purchasing power. This is why salary alone never builds wealth. Because inflation is always running in the background, like silently erasing your progress. The only way to stay ahead is to own things that grow faster than inflation takes. Inflation isn't a news story. It's not something that happens to other people. It's happening to you right now, every single day. Every dollar sitting in a low interest account is losing value as you watch this. But now you know the rules. Cash loses, assets win. Index funds beat inflation by 7% every year. Start moving idle money into assets. Even $100 a month makes a difference. Because the real question isn't whether inflation is stealing from you. It is. The question is, what, are you doing anything about it? If this video opened your eyes, hit that like button. Subscribe. Next video we break down assets versus liabilities, the concept that separates the wealthy from everyone else. See you there. Inflation is always running. Make sure your money runs faster.